Shalom, shalom. I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, his brother Yahweh, the servant, right? So today we're going to a quick little exhortation through the Spirit, man, right? The Lord don't need you, right? The Lord does not need any one of us in this truth. He don't need nobody, right? He's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So you want to get in a mindset that you're needed in this truth, right? You kind of say, well, you don't want to get in that mindset. So we're just going to jump straight to the precepts, man. We're going to start out with the classic Revelation chapter 3, verse 15, right? And it says this, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So you expendable when it comes to the Most High God. We got to understand that. He said, I'd rather you be cold or be on fire. Which one you going to do? But since you want to be lukewarm, I'm going to spit you out, right? Listen, when you lukewarm, that's when you straddling the fence. You still kind of like you in this truth, but you're still kind of in the world at the same time. You don't know what you want to do, right? You got to make a choice in this thing. Either you're gonna serve the Lord and be on fire, be diligent, or Lord, He's gonna spit you out, right? The Lord don't need you in this thing. So let's go to the book of Job, right? Book of Job, chapter 19 and verse 9. Right, I'm gonna read this in the NLT, right? And it reads, He stripped me of my honor, right, and removed the crown from my head. So the Lord can strip you of your honor. He can take away because what that is, when you taking this truth for granted, and the Lord, He stripped you of your honor, right? It said, and He removed the crown from my head. Are we not trying to seek the kingdom? Are we not trying to seek that crown, being a king, being in rulership, right? We trying to seek those things. We trying to obtain the crown. But if you're not taking this truth seriously, you playing games. Lord say, hey, He removed your crown from your head because you playing games. You don't really want that crown. That's what a lot of us don't really want, that crown, because we playing games. You're not being diligent, right? You're not reading, not praying, you're not fasting, you're not doing no work. You just sitting a lot of gagging. Yeah, you know you're an Israelite, but you're not doing nothing with this knowledge, right? Let's go to Acts chapter 13, right? Look what the Lord did to Saul. At one point in time, Saul was a king, right? But Saul wanted to do what Saul wanted to do and not what the Most High said do, and Saul got replaced by David. That's what happened. The Lord, He will replace you. He don't need you. He'll replace you with anybody, right? We were expendable, right? The Lord don't need now one of us. So we're going to go to Acts 13 and verse 21, right? Shalom to everybody hopping in the live, right? So boom, it's Acts 13:21. Then the people begged for a king, and God gave them Saul, the son of Kish, a man of the tribe of Benjamin, who reigned for 40 years. But God removed Saul and replaced him with David. And the Lord will remove you from the position that you're in. You might be a leader, right? You might be an officer, or you might just be a brother in this truth, right? Just a regular brother or sister in this truth. But because you're not being sincere, you're not being diligent, the Lord can remove you and replace you with somebody else. That person that you was like, they ain't in the truth. The Lord can take your spirit away from you and put it in them. And now they in the truth. Now they being on fire. Now they being diligent. And what you doing is creeping back into the world. Now you're going back to that old man or that old woman that used to be, because Most High, He removed His Holy Spirit away from you. Just like He did Saul. Because when He took His spirit away from Saul, Saul waxed worse and worse and worse and worse. Right? You don't want to be like that. Right, but Lord, He will. If you take this truth for granted, the Lord will remove you from this truth, and He will replace you with anybody else, because He can use anybody. Right, we got to remember that the Lord can use anybody. You just not a vessel that is. I'm different. You ain't different when it comes to the Most High God. He can use anybody. Right. So let's go to again. Shalom to everybody hopping on. Right, and it says, a man about whom God said, I have found, so like it said, God said, I have found David, son of Jesse, a man after my own heart. So if you're not being serious, not being diligent, Lord, He will find somebody that's after His own heart, that's truly after the heart of the Most High, that truly wants to serve the Most High, that truly wants to keep the laws, statutes, commandments. That's what Lord will replace you with, somebody that truly is after His heart, right? And He will do everything I want Him to do. Think about that. He said He will do everything I want Him to do. We need to be trying to do everything that the Most High wants us to do. Keep these laws, statutes, commandments. Repent. Have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what he wants us to do. That's what we need to be doing. Everything that Lord wants us to do. If you're not trying to move in that spirit, do what everything the Lord wants you to do, then you're going to be replaced just like Saul. Because Saul didn't want to do everything that the Most High told him to do. He wanted to do some of the things. We got to want to do everything the Lord told us to do. Right? And that's the difference between somebody that's really sincere and somebody that's not. Right? Because they want to do what the Lord say do. Not satisfy their feelings or their flesh. Right? So let's go to 1 Samuel. Right? 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 23. We're going to kind of dig in a little bit, right, with this Saul situation. Right? I'm not going to go too deep. I'm just going to go to this right here. It says, but I'm going to read this, okay, take back to KJV. Right? Psalm 15, 1 Samuel 15 and verse 23. It says, for rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. He have also rejected thee from being king. Right? So by you rejecting the words of the Most High God, what's the words of the Most High God? That we need these laws, statutes, commandments. Right? The Bible, all these things in the scriptures, right? If you reject those things, Lord say, he can, just like he rejected Saul from being king, he can reject you from being king. He can take away your crown, right? We all brothers be like Shalom King, right? Whole time you're not really moving in the king mindset, right? Moving like a king, because a righteous king like David, he's gonna do everything the Most High wants him to do, right? And thus, by you not moving in that spirit, Lord reject you from your kingship. He take that kingship from you, right? You don't want that. Right, so you truly want to be a king, you better do what the Lord say do. Because if you're not doing what the Lord say do, he said, just like how Saul got rejected from being king, you can be rejected from being the king. Right? Now let's go to verse 28. Right? It says, and Samuel said unto him, the Lord have rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day. The Lord has taken your spot from the kingdom. You trying to get to the kingdom. He gonna take your spot, right? Because you're not being serious. You're not being sincere. You're not being on fire, right? It says, and have given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than you. The Lord will give your spot to somebody that's better than you. Stop sitting here thinking that you different because you might do this or you might do that because you got your friends on, because you're not keeping your diet, because you're not breaking diet laws. Man, you gotta do everything Lord say do, not just some of the things. You gotta do everything. Right? We got to try to do everything possible Lord say do. And yeah, it's not easy all the time to say that, but we got to strive for it. We got to push forward. We got to actually commit ourselves to doing these things as much as we can. Because when it comes to your job, you're going to do your best to try to satisfy your CEO, your boss. So how much so the Most High? Right? So let's keep going. Right? Like it said though, it said, the scripture said, I'm reading it again, it says, and Samuel said unto him, the Lord have rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and have given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than you. So the Lord, he will take your spot, right, in this truth. Because the Lord can get your opportunity truth to anybody else. Don't think that you deserve to be in this truth. We don't deserve to be in this truth. No one deserves to be in this truth. The Lord have mercy on us, and he put us in truth. We don't deserve this truth. But since the fact the Lord put you in the truth, he's opened your eyes. Take advantage of that opportunity. Because if you don't, the Lord will give it to a neighbor that's better than you, that truly want to serve the Lord better than you. Right? So let's go to Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 30. Right? Proverbs 10 and 30. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 30. And it says, the righteous shall never be removed. Right? So that righteous brother, that righteous sister, they not going to be removed from their slot. They going to keep their slot in this truth, in the kingdom. Right? They're going to keep their slot because they're doing what thus said the Lord. Right? So the righteous is not going to be removed. The righteous they're going to keep that crown. But that wicked Negro is not, but it's going to be stripped from him. Right? It says, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. So it said the wicked is not going to inhabit the earth. So they're not going to inhabit the kingdom. The wicked not going to get that. Right? So let's go to First Esdras. All right, let's go to First Esdras. All right, First Esdras chapter 5, verse 39. Now we're going to read this, but we're going to look at this at a spiritual aspect. So it says, and when the description of the kindred of these men were sought in the registry and was not found, right, they were removed from executing the office of the priesthood. So Lord say that we not in I want to say First Peter 2:9 or something like that, that we are a royal priesthood, right? We are a royal priesthood, right? So let's look at this passage in a spiritual aspect, right? It says this kindred of these men was sought in the registry and was not found. So just like we can look at it in a spiritual aspect of the Lord is searching your heart, searching you to see if you're really diligent, searching to see if you're really being on fire. But he have not found you perfect. He not found you diligent. He's not found you sincere. He have not found you worthy. So what happened? You end up getting removed from executing the office of priesthood. So you being removed from being a priest, right? You lose your royal priesthood, right? Because you weren't found sincere, because you weren't found being diligent, because you weren't found not being a hypocrite, not being blameless, right? You weren't found like that. You were supposed to be blameless. We supposed to be spotless, right? But you weren't found that way. So boom, you end up getting removed from executing the office of a priesthood, right? So again, let's go to let's go to Matthew chapter 21 on this, right? Matthew chapter 21. Because we're going to how the Lord did the tree, right? That didn't bear that good fruit, right? Did he keep that tree alive or did he keep it going? No, he killed it. But let's go to it. Matthew 21, verse 18, right? And it says, now in the morning, as he returned into the city, he hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon. But I'm reading this in the NLT, right? In the NLT to read this. And he it's like it. Now what's that NIV? Bear with me. It was the NIV when I brought that up. It says, and seeing the fig tree by the road, he went. Bear with me, y'all. It's one that's cold. It says something about not having fruit on that joint. I want to get that one. Dang, what that was. How was it in Mark? Probably was in Mark. How it's written. But the point is, when you look into the passage, let me see if it's in Mark. Because that same account is in Mark though. Let's see. Nah, so I'm gonna just read it how it is, as is in the KJV. But the version that I did see was fire though. It was basically saying like how this tree didn't have no fruit on it, right? And we gotta make sure that we're trying to bear fruit in these times, right? Because we're gonna be judged off the fruit that we bear. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. If you're not bringing forth no good fruit, you're gonna be just like this tree that ain't got nothing on it but leaves. Yeah, that's that basic knowledge. Y'all know I'm an Israelite. Yeah, I got some fringes on, but that's all you got going for yourself, right? You're not really being sincere. You're not really praying, fasting, being diligent, not trying to push the ministry. You're not doing nothing. You're not trying to bring forth no good fruit. You just done. You just done, right? And because you just being there, you're not trying to go to the. I'm gonna get a precept in Sirach chapter 43 to kind of put it in perspective. What kind of spirit we got to be moving in. And Sirach chapter 43 and verse 30. Right? It's right here. It says, and when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he far exceed. And we exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. You can never go far enough when it comes to serving the Most High God. Don't sit here and think, okay, I did read today. I did pray today. It's always more that you can do. It's always more that you can do when it comes to this truth, right? We have mighty men like, of course, you got Yahushua, you got the apostles, you got David, you got Isaiah, Ezekiel, so forth and so forth. These men was constantly doing all kinds of, they was busy. They was putting in work, right? So we got to be in that same kind of mindset. We trying to get this kingdom. We trying to get to the kingdom. So you got to put in work to get to the kingdom, right? Again, shalom to all the brothers and sisters hopping in on this joint. But let me go back to Matthew, or Mark, either one. Mark, I'm gonna go to Matthew on this one though. I'm go to Matthew 21. 21 and 18 means 19. It says, and when he saw the fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon, but leaves only, and said unto it, let no fruit grow on thee henceforth forever. And presently the fig tree withered away. So you don't want the Lord to make a decision on your head and say, well, don't bring forth no more fruit. He just stopped you from bringing forth any fruit. That's him removing you from this truth. That's him taking you from this truth. And then guess what? You like that tree and you wither away. You just waste away. Just like Saul did. He just wasted away. Lost his opportunity. Lord just took his spirit from him, and Saul just wasted away. You don't want to get withered. You don't want to be withered away in this thing. And that goes into you not bringing forth no fruit, not bearing any good fruit. All the fruit that you got to represent you when the Lord see you is nothing but bad and spoiled and filthy fruit. Right? Brother, I put I'm gonna get a precept of that. Luke 14, 20. Let me get that. Luke 14, 28. Come on. It says, oh yeah, that's beautiful precept right here, man. And it says, for which of you intending to build a tower? This is Luke 14, 28. For which of you intending to build a tower, sit up not first and count the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it. And we got to consider this cost in this thing. Once you start in this truth, do you have what it takes to finish this journey? And a lot of times it starts with you don't have what you need, but the Lord will give you what you need. He will give you what you need. Philippians 4:13. Through my shout, we can do all things. The Lord will give you everything you need to endure this truth. Of course, we can't do it alone. That's why, Lord, he blessed brothers. He got brothers with brothers, surrounded with brothers. You got brothers don't even take the opportunity, don't even take the advantage of that. You got brothers that's surrounded by mighty brothers. They sit there and they wallow away and they sin. They don't sit there and ask brother, you can pray for me, brother, you can fast with me. They just sit there just going the hell off. Just going off. Not trying to seek any type of help, nothing. Just wasting away an opportunity they have in this truth. Right? And you got some people that grow up come in this truth, they ain't got nobody but Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And they still be pushing and going for and do what they got to do. So there's no excuse in this thing. You better sit there, you got to count the cost. Do you really want to get this kingdom or not? Right? Do you really want to finish this building? Because it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some sweat, some tears. But do you want to finish this building? You gotta ask yourself that. Right? Lest happily, after he have laid the foundation, is not able to finish it. And a lot of times the foundation and our foundation be wrong. Your foundation gotta be that rock which is Yahweh Shai. He has to be the foundation. He has to be the foundation, or it just won't work. And a lot of us, when we do come in this truth, we come in because we've seen some brothers bring out the precepts mighty. We've seen some brothers on fire. But when it starts to ourselves eternally, we don't have a solid foundation. The brother you might see bringing the precepts out and do what he doing on the streets, his walk is different than yours. You got to establish your own walk, your own foundation, which is with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And if you don't do that, you're going to fail every time. Right? So, boom. So, I'm going to get back on that. So, I'm going to go back to what I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, in Matthew, you know what I'm saying, about that tree not bringing forth that good fruit. Right? So, let's go to Psalms chapter 1. You know what I'm saying? This is how you bring forth that good fruit. This is how you bring forth the good fruit. Right? And I'll read this in the NLT though. Right? It says, I'm going to start at verse 2, Psalms 1 and 2, and it's in the NLT. It says, but they delight in the law of the Lord, meditating on it day and night. And let's go into righteous man. A righteous woman, a righteous man. This is what they doing. They meditating on the law, right? They taking delight in the law. They love keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right? And let's think about this too. That's the equivalency of David being a man after the Most High's heart. He loved the Most High. He loved to serve him and do what was pleasing to the Lord. That's what we got. We got to love to do things that's pleasing to the Lord, right? And it says, and meditate on it day and night, right? Now let's keep reading verse 3. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruits each season. We got to be trying to be bearing fruit each season. Each season we bringing forth fruit. In the fall we bringing forth fruit. In the winter we bringing forth fruit. And not only just physical seasons, in the seasons, when you got seasons in your life where you may be down, seasons in your life where you may be prospering. Whatever season of your life that you're going through, you need to be trying to be bearing good fruit, right? When you're going through those trials and afflictions and tribulations, continue bearing that good fruit, right? Through each season, no matter what. But now, as somebody that is truly rooted in this thing, no matter what season or no matter what comes their way, and they're going to bear forth that good fruit, right? It says they are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they prosper in all they do. So you can prosper in all that you do by making sure you delight in this law, statute, commandments. Understand that this is a beautiful opportunity that has been bestowed to all of us. To be in this truth is a beautiful opportunity that has been bestowed to all of us. If you know you're an Israelite, you know you got to repent and keep the commandments, and you know these things, right? You know that we got to have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know these things. This is a beautiful opportunity. Take advantage of it because it can be stripped from you. If you don't take it seriously, the Lord will give it to somebody else. He'll give this opportunity to somebody that truly wants to serve him, right? I'm going to get ready to close out, but I'm going to get this precept, right? The brother had put in Luke chapter 9 and 62. I'm going to get that, but I'm going to close out. Like I said, it's just going to be a quick little exhortation through the Spirit, though. Just exhorting brothers and sisters to understand that Lord don't need you in this thing. He don't need now one of us. He don't need us. So being that's being said, man, you better try your darnest to be in this, that's a good precept to close out with too, right? But Yahweh told him, right? Anyone who puts a hand to the plow, now I'm reading this in NLT. It says, anyone who puts a hand to the plow and then looks back is not fit for the kingdom of Yahweh, right? So if you sitting there, you putting in this work, right? You find out you're an Israelite, you put in that work, you getting in, you do practicing husbandry, right? But then you start to look back. Dang, bro, I remember that time how I used to be in the world. I remember that this chick, that chick. Or I remember this dude, that dude. Whatever may be back in the world, whatever's back that way, hey, you're not fit for the kingdom. You don't worry about what's behind you. Look forward. That's the process of seeking the kingdom. You're constantly looking forward, seeking the kingdom. You can't seek the kingdom behind your back. You got to seek the kingdom facing forward, right? So don't look back in this thing. Don't sit here and straddle the fence in this thing or sit here thinking that you worthy of this truth, because we not, right? But Lord willing, that was edifying, man. But I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Shalom. Right. We end this on the StreamYard.